Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, ground crew, earth angelics of the new way dreaming. Happy Vesak Full Moon in Scorpio. Today we celebrate the gathering of Buddha and all ascended masters in the sacred valley in the Himalayan mountains in Tibet. We have the holy waters of Source through the sign of the Scorpion flowing in through today's most powerful lunation and celestial alignment, with our local Solaris in the earth sign of Taurus the Bull as a symbolism of enlightenment of humanity to usher in the new golden age of freedom and eternal life. All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ascended masters, angels, and Christed ones are with us in our divine missions of full planetary liberation. Together we rise like the phoenix from the ashes of the old false construct and into the new earth manifestation. A new hope has arrived to lift the spirits of our ground crew team of new earth leaders and humanitarians to see us through the veils of separation and into the pure land of infinite light. A'ho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end where we release a powerful sacred Vesak prayer under the Scorpio full moon. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with divine energy works. Full moon in Scorpio, one of the most intense and transformative full moons of 2025, is not just a lunar event, it is a quantum threshold, a point of no return. There is quite an intense planetary alignment with this full moon, as Uranus and Taurus and Saturn and Pisces form exact aspects to the lunation, generating a rare alchemical configuration of disruption and anchoring, collapse and maturity, death and rebirth. Uranus delivers the frequency of sudden liberation and quantum disruption, while Saturn, now at 29 degrees Pisces, the final degree of the entire zodiac, holds the vibration of karmic closure. This is the last call to dissolve illusions, release soul contracts, and complete emotional cycles before Saturn steps into Aries to initiate a brand new 29-year karmic cycle. We are standing at the crossroads between worlds, shedding expired identities and anchoring the crystalline architecture of what comes next. This full moon activates the energy of no return, severing cords with outdated structures, expired timelines, and fair-bound agreements. Whatever has reached its expiration will be illuminated for release. There is glorious rebirth coded into the other side of the sacred death. This electrifying portal of energies is taking us to the next level of soul-deep transformation. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777, the Scorpio full moon, also called the flower full moon, is a portal of transformation, truth, and soul rebirth. You may feel this moon in your nervous system, reproductive organs, and gut. Emotional detox, vivid dreams, and energetic upgrades are likely. Old timelines are collapsing. The karmic patterns, fair programs, and identity attachments are being released. You are stepping deeper into your true self. Scorpio invites death and rebirth, not to break you, but to awaken you. What you're releasing now is sacred. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, exposes hidden truths. Are your connections built on truth or illusion? Expect intensity, healing, or release. Only what's rooted in soul alignment can remain. This is a time to ask yourself if your external path reflects your internal truth. Scorpio empowers rebirth, perhaps a new direction, a new calling, or a new way of showing up authentically. Let your inner compass guide you toward a life that nourishes your soul. Expect the unexpected. Emotions may run high at this time. Revelations may surface. But underneath it all, a deeper truth is rising. You are being remade from within. Honor your emotions as sacred messengers. This full moon is a rite of passage. Let go, trust the unknown. Rise as the new version of you. And today from Divine Star of the Light Aura 444. Give yourself peace from sorrow with this incoming full moon in Scorpio. Timelines are splitting, so higher resonance of peace will allow you to activate with ease. Separation is an illusion from oneness. Everything you truly need is within you, as light as unified fields of consciousness. Being unified within us is how more light is forged within and onto this planet. Speaking of the planet, Kentucky has been getting a lot of earthquakes. It sits on a fault line in a seismic zone known as the New Madrid Line. There is also access to Inner Earth Agartha. As a lightworker and shaman, it is important to work the ley lines and Inner Earth with light, as ley lines are powerful magnetic lines that clear reptilians off this planet through the subterranean. They telepathically communicate and get energy from lower frequencies of humans. As they deified God for power, you are not their power source, as you are the next best thing, as you were created in the image of God. Remember who you are, and let nothing get at your emotions or thoughts. And today from Divine Star of the Light Sophie Gregoire, the full moon is your liberation, even if it doesn't feel like such at first. Words are eventually being spoken. You now find the courage to feel, hear, and see the secrets of your soul, its pain, its disappointment, where it may have lost its power. Your courage is back, and it is going on the other side of the veil of denial, so to speak. The cycles that were keeping you stuck are ending. The toxic relationships are removed, without your participation or not. The playing small of you is gone. It is intense. It could be a tower moment for some. The more you open and create space, the more you will be reborn. Trust that souls are being repositioned wherever they should be, according to the greatest good. You are shedding what's holding you back. Faith. From SophieGregoire.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 5/12/25. As the full moon rises in Scorpio today, be mindful of how these enigmatic figures use their power. They shine brightest in the dark. They are masters at reflecting and deflecting energy. What they do not do is give up their secrets, preferring to leave their mysteries to the imagination. Neither will take responsibility for what you see when you look at them. They are unapologetic about being just what they are, and not much concerned with your feelings about that. Ultimately, they radiate a seductive aura that messes with reality, and that is their genius and the stuff of legend and poetry. The message: things are shape-shifting right now, and not necessarily what they appear to be. Trust your intuition. And today from Divine Star of the Light Erini, Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy. Athena, May 12th, 2025. Freedom is for the brave. Ascension at its best. Energy update. The correction of the spheres continues. Soon there will be a locking of their positions, so it is very important that you continue supporting your system and helping your spheres adjust. Tonight's full moon brings megatons of correction via revelation, with the participation of Hera, Juno. So guess who is leading the way? A big mirror is opening so that everyone can take a good look at the self, and once this is done, the mirror will break into 1,000,000 pieces. Via personal and collective experiences, everyone is guided to take a good look at the shadow self, and how it has been playing out via many different ways, and how true and healthy personal power and freedom have been denied and rejected. This surfacing of the shadow is for each to understand, release, and move beyond it, and also grow and learn new, more productive and honest ways of relating with the self and others while embracing self-power. Remember, this is the initiation of pistis, faith, trust playing out. Everyone is being lovingly pushed to move out of old limiting, childish, weak, inorganic, and self-sabotaging positions, roles, and relationships that do not truly serve them anymore, and begin truly claiming and choosing the new wholesome and joyous self and life. The rights and powers will be soon returning, so things are not as they used to be. As they say, freedom is for the brave. This full moon is calling us to be brave. This is a revolution and a rebirth. There is space for halfways, choices now. The compromise of parts of the self is over. Each has to claim their new life. Ascension theories have nothing to do with actual ascension taking place. One can spend years and years of mental theories and hopes on ascension, but under these energies, truth is very different, and actual change is a blessed given. If someone is stuck in the doubt and self-pity or avoidance or fear of the past and doesn't want to change, doesn't want to make it, doesn't want to dare, doesn't want to take the risk, then the breakthrough needed cannot happen. Self-honesty, respect, and trust are very important now. You have to believe and bet on you and take the leap of faith. The new beginning is here, but first the curtain must be pulled. The deep alchemical processes taking place right now have not yet been seen, and if you are someone who always sees things via the mind control and logic, you might lose this one and miss the momentum. But for those who trust and surrender to the flow and its developments, things will be seen, and they will be truly marvelous. The sun and Uranus are soon coming together. Pull the sky aside, let the light in. The spirits of good are here, and the soul, soma, spirit, is breaking free from evil. This is the celestial blessing of the Divine Mother. This is her time to bless everyone and everything that invites her. Message from February 2025. This time is not like before. This time is different. So please do not act like your old self, and make sure that you will sink to this great momentum. Blessings of bravery. Erini, Amalthea Thor, Harzaronya, Hunama Anata Kumara, Yellow Galactic Warrior, from CrystalIndigoGalaxy.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Devyani Singh, Isis Channelings, Goddess Selket, activation on full moon in Scorpio, Vesak, May 12th. It was the Scorpion goddess Selket, who came through today in a client goddess activation session on a full moon in Scorpio, in a brand new avatar that I have never experienced before in any goddess activation sessions. She appeared as the 7 scorpions that guard the golden egg of new creation in the depths of the earth cave womb, with the following insights. Selket thus appeared as the supreme protector and guardian of new potential, awaiting birth into form, manifestation. It is Selket who provided protection to goddess Isis and Horus when they were hiding from Set. Selket is also the energy of transformation that begins from the dark void of unconsciousness, scorpion energy, that rides the 7 chakras along the spine, serpent energy, to bring your unique potential, golden egg, to its highest outcome, enlightenment, the phoenix. Selket is also showing up as the power of regeneration and resurrection. On this full moon we stand on the cusp of death, rebirth, and transformation with Saturn, Lord of Karma, at the highly karmic 29 degrees of Pisces, the last of the zodiac before he begins a brand new cycle in Aries. Old karmic and soul contracts are ending, and new ones will now emerge. Which area of your life is currently undergoing a death? Finances, health, relationships? Where are you feeling powerless or a lack of control? Where are you feeling lost, confused, at a dead end? Where have you been distracted by earthly sensual pleasures and been led astray from the path of your soul's evolution goals? Selket rules the domain of darkness, death, seduction, by power, sex, money, the dark underworld, the dark tomb, womb, death, decay, and rebirth. May feel womb activations. She insists that you feel the discomfort and grief of death, loss of power and control, and thus feel her poison sting. For it is this very poison sting that alchemizes the death into rebirth and resurrection. Selket is the regenerative principle, as she shines a light into the decay and death, and assists in forming a new pathway of renewal and rebirth. She is the light at the end of the tunnel that you have been searching for. So call upon Selket on this full moon in Scorpio to light up the pathways of resurrection and enlightenment of your true soul path and purpose. Today is Wesak Buddha Purnima, that is full moon of the enlightened one. May your faith be bigger than your fears. May your dreams be bigger than your doubts. Sakena, from isischannelings.wordpress.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, during this month we are immersed in the earthly energy of Taurus, retrieving our connection to nature and with all that anchors us to our earthly plane. However, as balance is essential, we welcome now a full moon in Scorpio on May 12th, in which we will be called to move from the material world to the depths of our being, preserving our hearts and calling upon our divine power to overcome any obstacle that we are undergoing during this 9 transformation year. Scorpio is precisely the sign of transformation per excellence. The Scorpion moon opposes Uranus and Taurus, the planet of change. Both come at this time to assist us at a very emotional cycle for many of us who are letting go of an old self and life. Supporting ourselves during this process is pivotal to loving the new person we are becoming. Practicing compassion towards ourselves as we rediscover who we are and our new mission is vital to preserving our mental and emotional health. It is a passage for us to break free from who we used to be, for we are often slaves to our memories, old habits, relationships, and ideas, which is what impedes us from growing and moving forward, seeing the solutions that will help us see the light again. It is not karma. It is not punishment, bad luck, or anyone's fault. It is us who have chosen to remain limited, closed to a version of who we used to be, to what was familiar, what impedes us from moving forward. We are now called to break the final link between our 3-dimensional self and our illumined one, leaving it all behind and embodying our 5th-dimensional self. This is achieved as we transcend all 3D trauma experienced in this and any other parallel timeline, and choose to remove all false ascension timelines that will result in the transcendence of our astral body so we can re-emerge into the soul dimensions, transcending the so-called white light and the astral illusion. If we still hold 3D trauma in our bodies, we'll be continually pulled to this dimension, for we are not yet able to coexist in another frequency band. This is why it is so important to clear our 3-dimensional self and memories, so we can finally disengage from who we are not anymore, and keep embodying higher essences. This is a passage for us to align with our heart, activating our monadic portal and moving into a higher perspective, where we can scan our bodies, remove all mental inserts destined to control our consciousness, and all that is keeping us fragmented. As Scorpio reminds us, for it is the perfect frequency for us to regain alignment and clarity through stillness. One of the most common ways to know if our consciousness is being governed is actually by spending from 30 minutes to 60 minutes still in silence. Many will find out they feel anxiety. They cannot stop looking at their phones or other similar impulsive behaviors that are the result of brain control. If this occurs, we need to clear all these brain inserts, aligning to our hearts and doing a profound mental, emotional, and physical clearing, removing all links and cords that attach us to what is inorganic, and restoring what is natural, and that is joy, gratitude, and above all, a complete trust in the divine, surrendering to her, his will completely, balancing the ego, which tries to force situations when we clearly are not being guided to something, is also important to clear our minds at this transformation time. As many times, confusion between guidance and ego domination can occur when we are not yet balanced in heart and brain. We all pass through this. We all need to forget to remember again. This is part of why we came to this plane. Being aligned to our heart, to our soul portal, the thymus, which is connected to our soul and monad, is essential to remain at peace. For as we open the diamond monadic portal and descend its light into our thymus, we activate the divine strength and connection to be guided towards our new destination. Change has always been the only constant for us. However, the less density we experience as we continue moving towards more illumined dimensions, the greater the shift, having a deeper impact on ourselves, as our frequency is increasing like never before. The only way to remain balanced is to follow our inner compass, moving inwards to feel at home, as everything else will never belong the same, as we continue choosing to evolve and become who we are. This is a time to open our minds and hearts to change, to who we are, for we are not going into unknown territory. On the contrary, we are reuniting ourselves to who we truly are and always were. It is time for self-reclamation, choosing to stop looking back, to look within, where all the love, wisdom, and power we need to overcome any situation resides. May you be brave enough to look within yourself to find you again, beloveds. With an infinite love, from NataliaAlba.com. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. Cosmic Wake-Up Call. Are you ready for transformation? May 12th, 2025. Dear friends, the full moon in Scorpio is about to unleash a potent wave of emotions, revelations, and transformations today and this whole week ahead. As the moon reaches its peak, the opposition to Uranus will spark unexpected surprises, potentially shaking up relationships and personal dynamics, individually but also on the world stage. This celestial event will illuminate the darkest corners of our psyche, forcing us to confront our deepest fears, desires, and emotional blockages. The energy will be intense, with emotions running high and intuition on overdrive. We may feel an overwhelming urge to break free from restrictive patterns, relationships, or thought patterns that no longer serve us. It is a time for rebirth, renewal, and transformation, but it won't be without its challenges. As planet Mercury dances into Taurus, a sense of stability and practicality settles over our minds and communication. We're encouraged to slow down, think deliberately, and focus on tangible realities. This gentle and earthly Taurus energy will help us ground our ideas, make methodical decisions, and cultivate determination in our pursuits. Meanwhile, a mild geomagnetic solar storm is wrapping the planet, and its effects may be felt in our physical bodies. Mild headaches might arise as our minds and emotions are stirred up, while fatigue or exhaustion could set in as we navigate the energetic shifts and releases. Our digestive systems might also be sensitive, reflecting the stress and anxiety that can come with these intense celestial events. Some of us might even experience vivid dreams or intense sleep patterns as our subconscious mind processes the emotional releases. As we navigate this complex energetic landscape, we'll need to find a balance between the intense emotional energy of the full moon and the practical, grounded approach of Mercury and Taurus. By embracing the transformative power of the Scorpio full moon and the stabilizing influence of Taurus, we can unlock new levels of personal growth, relationships, and self-awareness. As we navigate the intense energies of the full moon and Mercury's grounded influence, let's approach the week ahead with curiosity, courage, and an open heart. By embracing the transformative power of these celestial events, we can unlock new possibilities, deepen our connections, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant. May this week bring us growth, renewal, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Much love, we are one. From DiegoBerman.com. From Divines, the Star of the Light, Judith Kusel. We are in such a huge shift and purification of the old paradigm now, that it will feel as if you are not on the old earth anymore. It can often feel as if you are walking between worlds. Not quite yet fully in the new, and not yet quite done with the old. This is why grounding is so very important. Standing barefoot on the grass or sand or earth is not only instantly grounding you, but at the same time energizing you, especially if you live in a high energy spot like I do. Swimming in the sea, salt grounds, or even walking on the beach and allowing the sea water to wash over your feet is another powerful way to ground you. Another way is hugging trees or standing on wood. If you cannot be outside and in nature, then holding a wooden walking stick in your hands and asking Archangel Sandalphon to help you to be grounded. Wood grounds, for it holds the energy of the trees. Rocks too, and of course grounding crystals like hematite. Add to this to make sure that your chakras are cleared every morning and night, and your Antakarana, bridge of light, is fully in place, so that you become a bridge of light between heaven and earth. You can also ask for a full axiotonal alignment, which aligns all your energy fields with on-planetary, galactic, universal, and source levels. The purification process is so vast that this goes deeply into even the ancestral lineages as the old DNA falls away and is being fully replaced now with the new 12 and 24 strands of DNA within our new solar crystalline light bodies. I am constantly shown how the new earth is now incorporating the old energy vortices, and new ones are already in place. Multidimensionality is now the new norm, and this means that as our consciousness rises and our innermost soul memories are more and more activated and accessible, we can tap into vast energy fields we could not tap into even 3 years ago. As all is shifting and changing so rapidly now, the old ways of life and living simply will not function anymore. No matter how much we try to keep things like before, it is impossible. It is a deep inner shift back into the soul, as one with the divine source. And this is not only happening on planetary levels, but universally too. Do not be surprised if you can now see yourself and experience your cosmic soul and clearly see, feel, and know yourself as you operate in all your other soul bodies and your true galactic embodiment, and become more conscious of who and what you in truth are on galactic levels and universally. It is best to seek all answers within, not on social media, nor the internet, or institutions, nor whatever is put out there. Be aware and be discerning. Just because something makes great noise, or all is sensationalized, it does not mean this is for you. A true master knows this, and embraces solitude, and indeed chooses to follow his or her inner guidance, and knowing more than anyone or anything else. The key here is to stay centered within, and do not resist, nor react. I simply shine. Welcome the changes, welcome the chance to walk between worlds, and know that as you truly leave the old behind forever, you are already co-creating the new golden age with every breath you take, and then do so with love and joy, deeply inspired from within, and always in the highest and best ways for the highest good of all. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Carolyn, 144 God Code. Delays are over. The door to new beginnings have opened. The seeds you have planted are sprouting. Continue envisioning big and bold potentials as the opportunities are infinite. Nothing and no one will block your progress, as that is no longer necessary for your growth. You've attained a successful completion of getting your power back from all that took it away. Shift into nurturing your rebirth of sovereignty and power, and protect this new embodiment as it integrates. God bless you. Love, Carolyn, from 144godcode.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Ruby Falconer, May 12th, 2025, full moon at Scorpio, 22 degrees, 13 minutes, 12:56 p.m. EDT. The annual Scorpio full moon is an invitation, sometimes masquerading as a hijacking, to Pluto's realm to commune with the shades wandering endlessly through shadow and mist. This full moon window inevitably brings challenge and intensity. This year the sun is aligned with Uranus, planet of chaos and unpredictability. Mercury in Taurus is in a tight square with Pluto and a looser square with Mars, which is finally completing its opposition begun last October to Pluto. We are being challenged by circumstances, invited to fully understand what has happened since last October, and to define our personal role in the huge shift that is transforming our planet. The nature of our role varies and is defined by our individual proclivities and alignments. Jupiter and Saturn are back in square, a tense planetary relationship that began last summer. At present, these two remain in mutable signs, Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces. When they come into their final exact square on June 15th, they will be in cardinal signs, Cancer and Aries respectively. Think of this as the due date for something that has been gestating since last summer. Scorpio is known for its investigative abilities and its awareness of the known yet unseen. In the Egyptian pantheon, Scorpio is allied with Bast, the priestess who stands at the portal between death and birth. It is a given that out of death comes new life. The difficulty lies not with the birth of something new, but rather the death of the familiar. In this full moon chart, the moon is the focal point of the Yod pattern, sometimes called the finger of God. Diving deep and confronting our fears is the assignment. Only by walking through our fear can we reach the other side. From Shamanicstarology.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. Today brings our Scorpio full moon. Expect a powerful wave of transformation, healing, and soul alchemy. Scorpio rules over the unseen, the subconscious, and the spaces you often fear to enter. Yet it is here in the shadows that the greatest light can be found. This full moon forms an intense opposition to the Taurus sun, highlighting the axis of security versus transformation, comfort versus intensity, and stability versus surrender. You are being asked to release what no longer serves you. Habits, relationships, beliefs, and karmic cords. With this full moon, you can expect emotional purging. Scorpio's watery depths can stir up old pain, grief, and soul wounds. This is an ideal time to sit with your feelings, feel them fully, and allow deep emotional release. What you've been holding on to, consciously or not, can now be transmuted. Karmic cycles are closing. Expect karmic closures, especially in areas of intimacy, power dynamics, and energetic entanglements. If a soul contract has reached its completion, it will become very clear. Psychic awareness. Scorpio heightens your intuitive senses. Dreams, visions, synchronicities, and downloads may increase. You can feel more sensitive to energy fields, spirit messages, and inner knowing. Shadow integration. This full moon invites you to make peace with your shadow self. You are not here to reject your darkness. You are here to integrate it and become whole. Scorpio teaches you that true power comes from embracing all of who you are. Kundalini rising. Scorpio rules the sacral and root chakras. You may feel Kundalini energy rising, a surge of life force energy clearing blocks in the lower chakras and unlocking higher spiritual perception. This is a moon of sacred rebirth. Energetically, it acts like a cosmic detox, clearing away what's blocking your ascension. You're collapsing out old programs and timelines right now. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. And today from Sovereign Harmony Astrology. Full moon, 22 degrees Scorpio, Monday, May 12th, 9:55 a.m. PDT. Monday's full moon opposes Uranus and Taurus while serving as the apex of a Yod formation, with the culminating sextiles between Jupiter and Gemini and Chiron in Aries, October 2024 through May 2025. In addition, Jupiter squares the moon's nodes as Pluto, co-ruler of Scorpio, and Aquarius, squares Mercury and Taurus. Since October, we've been gradually expanding our perception of our potential, which has brought us face to face with all of the reasons why we've considered ourselves to be incapable of living our lives in our sovereign authenticity until this point. Over the next few weeks, we may experience some surprising personal revelations and/or become privy to secrets that have been hidden from us, and which changes everything in terms of our perception of ourselves and the world within which we live. This will require that we make certain decisions that will challenge us to trust our intuition, despite the nagging details and habits that may appear to counter our knowingness. And this novel approach may permanently alter the manner in which we process our choices and form our decisions going forward. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Monday, May 12th, we have a full moon at 22 degrees of Scorpio. This may be the most powerful moon of 2025, even more powerful than the eclipses we had back in March. Scorpio is about death, rebirth, transformation, regeneration, mystery, magnetism, obsessions, compulsions, desires, and power. It goes deep into our psyche to reveal our shadows so they can be released and transmuted. It is time to let go of what no longer serves you and what is no longer in alignment with your highest truth. This full moon has many activating connections with other planets and asteroids. It opposes Uranus, the great awakener, who rules sudden and unexpected events, situations, and redirections. Uranus rules freedom, liberation, change, and surprises. Over the next few days, as the Sun in Taurus, opposite the Moon in Scorpio during this full moon, approaches its exact connection to Uranus, we may feel and experience instability in life circumstances and in the Earth herself. The full moon conjuncts Juno, the partnership asteroid, who is at 24 degrees of Scorpio. If we are feeling disempowered in a relationship or are disempowering ourselves by not speaking what is on our mind, holding back our expression of what we really desire, or if we are acting or being inauthentic, this full moon will expose the truth. Transformation is in the air when it comes to our connections with others and with ourselves. This could bring endings, whether that means a separation with another, or an ending to the way a partnership is currently operating, or an ending to our own patterns within the relationship. The full moon in Scorpio also creates difficult inconjunct aspects to Jupiter, ruler of our belief systems, and Chiron, ruler of our soul wounds. We will need to make adjustments with what we are perceiving to be our reality. There are many other potentials and possibilities that should be explored. We are being asked to heal aspects of self that we have hidden away in the depths of our psyche. It is time to regain our inner courage, confidence, independence, and self-assuredness. The full moon makes a challenging square to asteroid Pallas Athena, ruler of logic and strategy and future-oriented Aquarius. She has the gift of powerful higher mind perceptions and recognizing patterns. This will push us to see the spiritual truth of the repeating themes in our lives from a higher perspective. We will see what the challenges in our lives were meant to teach us and come up with appropriate solutions to move forward. And the full moon is making a positive trine aspect to the North Node, point of fate and destiny, asteroid Ceres, ruler of nurturing and fertility, and Saturn, the great teacher of karmic lessons, all in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. Since full moons are about healing and releasing, and the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces is about resolution. This transit will assist us in the completion of karmic lessons that our soul chose to experience in this lifetime, if we make the decision to complete the cycle. Our higher self is beckoning us to close these old chapters in our life, so that we can move to the next step of our evolution and growth. This will allow us to move through the portal into a new paradigm of experience and realign us with who we truly are and what we truly want. The North Node is the direction we are meant to go. Ceres assists us in our growth process, and Saturn, who is at the last degree of the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, asks us to take responsibility for what we truly want and restructure our lives accordingly. Saturn is asking us if we have learned what he was attempting to teach us. Blessings of love and light to all from sacredsoulempowerment.com. 144 flowing in. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, full moon in Scorpio, Mercury in Taurus, square Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Deep water, the tug of the undertow. Powerful emotions ripple up and out, break on the beach, threaten to overwhelm, water running everywhere, the rush of passion, the sting of tears. Then the moon sings a recall, a tidal pull back to the middle of the ocean. Here the water is calm, but flashes of lightning streak overhead. Within each flicker, a hint, a clue, a visual representation of something we want, need, or desire. The mind turns it over and over, obsessively seeking resolution, the truth, an answer to the great mystery. A whale eye watches from nearby. Maybe we're awake in a dream or living in the dreaming mind of the gods. Whatever the story, it's time for change. It's time to have your own back. Break the pattern. Rescind the agreement. Cut your losses. To thrive, it is necessary to periodically purge. Let go to reclaim your power. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 49, red planetary moon. Tone 10, known as planetary, washes in today with its keywords being perfect, produce, and manifest. The number 10, mirrored in our 10 fingers and toes, embodies perfect symmetry, a powerful force for creation. A perfect 10 vibe urges you to aim high. How can you score top marks today? In the yellow sun wave spell's quest for enlightenment, day 10 is your manifesting peak. With only 3 days left, it's time to bring your truth-seeking intentions to life. Picture yourself crafting a masterpiece. Focus your energy and watch clarity take shape. Strive for 10 out of 10, and you might surprise yourself with what you produce. The day's glyph is red moon, flowing with purify, universal water and flow. Moon days are about surrender. Let go, ride the tide. Trust the universe's pull. The moon's gravitational sway reminds us we're not always in charge. Fighting the current exhausts, flowing with it frees. Skip rigid plans, let the day unfold like a river finding its path. Paired with planetary's perfection, it's the ideal moment to manifest through ease. Purify your mind, release control, and see where the tide carries you. In this wave spell, Moon's flow clears emotional fog, revealing enlightened insights like sunlight glinting off the water. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light Christina Papa Giorgio, Red Planetary Moon, 10 Maluk, Keen 49, 12th of May 2025, Vesak Full Moon in Scorpio, Manifesting Flow. Keen 49 equal 13 equal 4. 13, Goddess, Cosmic Consciousness, Natural Lore. 4, Form, Structure, Foundation. 13-4, Constructing New Earth Code, a very fluid manifestation day where we are finding our new beautiful flow through our intuitive goddess powers. We have an 8 source flow code and a 3 Holy Spirit code, bringing forth beautiful flow and support from source. It is also the Wesak Buddha Moon of Enlightenment in Scorpio today, Northern Hemisphere, fully unfolding Gaia and brilliant Christos light codes. What is the significance of Vesak 2025? Vesak, also known as Buddha Day, falls on Moon Day, May 12, 2025. It marks the birth, enlightenment, and death of the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, who was born 2600 years ago. These 3 significant events in the Buddha's life are all said to have happened on the same day, many years apart. During the Vesak festival, Buddhists will wear special white clothes, read poems, decorate their homes and temples with lanterns, perform charitable acts, and avoid any killing of living things. Performing acts of kindness, Vesak Day encourages acts of compassion and generosity. Why do Buddhists bathe the statue of Buddha on this day? The bathing of the Buddha often takes place. Water is poured over the shoulders of the statues of the Buddha as a reminder of the need to purify the heart and mind. According to legend, the Buddha returns once a year to bring new spiritual energy and usher in the next 12 months of growth and enlightenment. And this full moon night is that time. And this year it aligns with day 10 in the wave spell of the yellow sun of enlightenment. All these themes of purification, compassion, and enlightenment are amplified through the energies of Keen 49, the planetary moon goddess. Huge divine light today on a planetary manifestation day. We have much magic to create our prosperous and harmonious lives. We are breaking free of the old paradigm and entering a whole new compassionate world. The planetary goddess is opening a potent portal on this powerfully divine day with the energy streaming forth direct from source. The red self-existing moon was the solar seal of the galactic dream spell year in 2022. So we are well acquainted with the powers and motives of this goddess, redefining and creating a new compassionate and nurturing world. Bring it on, planetary kin, counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Day 10 in the yellow sun wave spell is where we manifest our sovereignty through following the flow of synchronicity. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the yellow sun wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible, and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the great dreams that we desire. Today we have amplified manifestation power through the planetary tone and the Wesak Buddha Full Moon. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong, healthy relationships with ourselves and others today. We have the power to manifest and produce incredible prosperity, happiness, and joy, both in our hearts and the planetary heart of Gaia, as we are all one heart. The goddess is urging us to manifest a beautiful new caring and compassionate world. Today's questions are, how can I purify my vessel to allow more feminine energy to flow through my pure heart, fueling my perfected manifestations? what needs to be purified and cleansed from our global body in order to restore our planet and manifest our new world filled with love. Divine blessings for manifesting your perfect divine flow. Happy Vesak Day. In la ketcha la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 49, Red Planetary Moon. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to purify, producing flow. I seal the process of universal water. With the planetary tone of manifestation, I am guided by the power of navigation. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brother of the Light, Livan Hyatt, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. I'd like to also thank Divine Angel of the Light, Jamie Jaybird, for raising your pledge on Patreon today. Thank you very much, Divine Angel of the Light. We appreciate you and your continued support. If you'd like to help support our work and mission and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork. You can purchase our beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful, sacred Vesak prayer under the Scorpio full moon. Divine source of all light, Great Spirit, Infinite One, we bow beneath the radiance of the sacred Vesak moon, where the Buddha's blessings pour forth upon the valleys of earth and the temples of the soul. On this holy night, as the moon swells in the Scorpio's depth, we enter the waters of sacred transformation. Let the serpent of illusion shed its skin. Let the phoenix rise within our hearts anew. Great Cosmic Mother and Radiant Father, bless this vessel of flesh and stardust. Illuminate my shadows with the light of truth. Let the sacred fire of Scorpio burn away all that no longer serves, so I may rise reborn in clarity, strength, and compassion. I call upon the masters of light, the Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, the angelic hosts, the star elders, gathered now in the etheric valley of Shambhala. Shower us with golden rain of divine remembrance. Pour your holy nectar into the chalice of my heart. May I become a beacon of love, wisdom, and right action. May all beings be released from suffering. May the veils of separation dissolve in this hour of grace. And may the heart of the earth awaken fully in divine union. I surrender to the great turning. I trust in the alchemy of the sacred moon. With every breath I rise in love. With every heartbeat I serve the light. So it is, so it shall be, by the grace of the One. A'ho, Amen, Namaste, Sat Nam. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed day as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. 144 continuing to quantum solar flash in. Namaste.